Hey guys, Eric Agorno with Performance Golf. In today's video, another drill that I'm super pumped about in concept that's gonna really help you compress the ball with your irons. We've got a little bit of a concept to talk through that Rick has used and a drill or two to use that I've been using in my own game as well that I'm pumped for you to see. To my right, Mr. Rick Smith, longtime tour coach. Coached some decent players you might have heard of. I mean, we're talking Jack Nicklaus, Phil Mickelson, Rocco, Mediate, a couple guys out there on tour. Rick, thanks for being out here with us, man.
Yeah, it's great seeing you.
Appreciate your time. We're pumped to have Rick here to show you this drill. Rick has some cool stories and some players you use this drill with that have had some success that we'll talk through a little bit. We'll call it the right foot back drill.
Yeah.
Let's kind of talk through what that is. There's a two-step process we want to run them through. Piece number one with the club inside, and then the torso motion. So Rick, right foot back drill, what is it? What are the benefits of it? How are we going to be using this?
I've been doing this for over 40 years, this drill, because my experience working with the slicer, 90% of the world is over the plane.
Yeah.
So typically they would go to a lesson, set up square with the feet, they'd go to the top, they'd make their move this way, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, so let's get the arms to work down and shallow, but all of a sudden their body motion totally went to hell.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, now they're hitting it worse. They're hitting behind it, they're scooping it more. Even though their arm plane looks good, their body motion changed. Now remember, that slicer that was going in, up, over had at least the body in position to start it left and cut it.
Right.
They were on top of it. Having said that, they hit slices all the time and didn't have any power. So hence the right foot back drill.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now remember this, it's not aiming right, it's aiming close. So my shoulders are square. The right foot, people freak out when they pull it off the line.
Yeah.
Now, pitfall number one, don't let the club whip inside because there's all that room to go there.
Okay.
Number two, when you get to this point and you get to the top, you're gonna feel miles of room because your right pocket is over there.
Yeah.
It's not over here. You see it? So you've got room, you got space. The club goes where? The club goes where there's room to go. It's here. Here's the other.
Club goes where there's room to go.
Look at the room. The club falls because there's
That's
room
good.
here. Instead of going down and then coming back, you go ahead. Once you feel your arms here, you now find your forward post. And the chest starts to get up on top of the ball. Contact's made. Now, if you're a slicer, I want you push drawing a lot of shots, feeling arms working down, and then feel that cover where you almost feel like you're walking that way. You see how I just fell that way?
Yeah, okay.
So right foot backs, create room, hit draws. Now, we know that works for the common golfer to 4 to 5 degrees of swing path change, meaning just by doing this drill, they change immediately. Now the key is don't hang back and get on top of it and hit it, okay?
Yeah,
No matter what.
And why don't I do the first part?
Yeah,
then we'll
absolutely.
show the second. Okay.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Rick, there was a couple little nuggets you put in there that we're gonna gloss over, but those of you who know the golf stuff, what Rick mentioned about if you're someone who's steeping over the top and your body's in a good spot, and then you try and shallow the arms and hands in and of themselves and you hit bad contact, a lot of you can relate to that. I see that all the time. That was like a little bomb you just dropped there. Okay, so I'm doing the drill first, and we're saying part one, we're creating room, get the arms from inside, swing the club from inside. If you want to stay down and compress the golf ball through impact, you have to have the arms and hands working from inside as a prerequisite. That's why this is part number one.
Absolutely.
Okay, so normal setup position, right? So I'm not changing my stance width.
Right.
I'm pulling the foot back.
Don't be shy. Push it way back. Yeah, there you go. And make you feel like the right foot's a little more square.
Okay.
Yeah.
The right foot's back. So kind of normal here.
Yeah.
And I'm, so right away, I mean, I feel like my right hip's so deep, I've got a mile to swing this club from inside.
Absolutely.
I will say my brain feels like it doesn't want to push. It's a little nervous about the foot being that far back.
Right.
The sensation.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
So foot's back. I'm going to feel the arms from inside. Let's get the club working from inside, part number one.
That's right.
Now I hit that maybe a smidge behind the ball, but the ball flight pattern was perfect.
Only because you're in part one focused on arms down. Now, if I had you square getting arms down, you may hit a foot behind.
Okay. Okay.
So now let's go to part two.
As we do the part two piece, okay, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
As they're doing that, Rick, like we hit one ball.
Right.
They might be doing that for weeks.
Absolutely.
Right? You do that until they get that part first.
It's important.
So if they are hitting a little bit behind like I just did, or they're doing too much of the push and hook, or let's even say a guy like me, right? My normal swing is already 2 for an out.
That's right.
I want to stand up a little bit. How do we kind of walk through the level and torso?
Here's the beauty of the right foot back. Right foot back, everybody talks about posting up. Yeah. Most people don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And so what you're feeling with a right foot back, you get to the top, see your chest is back behind it, but now you want to get your chest on it. And I feel like I'm rotating level around my left leg, and my trunk is really rotating differently. I want to find that left leg, and now I want to feel almost like my chest is turning level through the ball and forward, and you start striping it.
Okay.
So if you're an in to out person,
and that,
or you're a really good player that's fighting hooks, it cuts from here. I had Phil hitting cuts with this drill, and he felt like, oh my gosh, it's like the light went on, and he was dominant, no forward, best year of his life.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
So let's go ahead and feel
Come on. Now
that left leg.
Here, Rick.
Now you feel like your left leg's a post that you're rotating your trunk around.
Let me give this a try. So the foot's back. I'm gonna feel like I kind of turn more, get the torso more forward over the lead leg.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
How good is that? And you can go as hard as you want.
Shit, that was good.
And the hands aren't flipping all over the place, right? Do you feel stability?
Yeah, gosh.
Okay, so we're killing 8 birds with 1 stone, right?
Yep.
Simple. Arm fall and then rotate over your forward leg. Is that good?
Those are as good as I can hit them.
Yeah. And why don't you ask me the question those guys did? Why don't I play like that?
Rick,
well, Rocco goes, I will. Rocco goes, I'm playing like that. He did.
Gosh, I love this one. I hope that you guys use this. Because if you're someone who hits the pulls and the slices, pull the right foot back and live in that zone until your ball flight changes. And then if you're like me and you're standing up, you want to compress it more specifically with that. Once you get the club inside prerequisite, then you get the torso forward and turned. That's probably as good as I've hit an iron in quite a while.
Who said a stance was a fundamental? Look at Trevino's over there to the left. You got Freddie's over there. You got guys doing different things, but through all those experiences of watching how all these great players played, I was trying to come up with a drill that kind of made you feel like they looked, all the great ones. So it's a great one.
Guys, if you like this video, click that like button down there, share this with a friend you think it may help. Any questions, leave a comment down below. And if you like this and like the stuff we're talking about here with Rick, he did a perfect impact program. We're gonna put that in the link in the description down below. I watched through it. It's 50 videos on stuff like this over all parts of your game. It's unbelievable. You get that for literally less than 50 bucks it is, right?
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable deal, 50 videos, plus you get a full 30 days of online swing evaluations free of charge. Performance Golf has never done that before. So if you have questions along the way, you want to work on a part of your swing, you want to talk to a coach, you have that free of charge. Wild deal. Hope that you take advantage of that. We'll put that in the link down in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching.